All right, guys. So I'm going to be doing a live screening call right now. I'm going to be looking for some stocks and cryptos. A few are setting up. This is the reason why I'm doing it. And I like the names. I like what's setting up and how they're setting up as well. Not all of them are going to be nice. So we're going to have to flick through and assess each one individually and see what is setting up for us here. Okay. Let's start with my stock screener. This is a trend reversal screener that I use. And the main thing here is we usually are trading a downward trend and the reversal on that for the long side. Okay, so this is going to be a long reversal screener. As you can see here, Uber has been in a it's been in a channel, and it looks now like it's testing a key pivot point here, setting up quite nicely. I'm going to add an alert around this level, and it's definitely a watch. Even if we come back down, I would be happy to see it come back down to this level and then, excuse me, break up. So we have higher low here, higher high, higher low again, higher high. Ideally would be the setup here for Uber. Okay, so I'm liking Uber here. Autodesk looks quite nice as well. The only problem with these is I feel like they've moved to the upside, moved long a bit too quickly here. So when I'm looking at this, I do see some resistance around this level. And then the second thing I'm seeing here is, yes, we have the trend line break here. And again, I don't trade just with trend lines. I'm just showing you guys the structure here so you understand what I'm looking for. We had double test of this bottom area, bullish divergence here, broke out. I would like for it to come back down, cheapen again, and then we would have a tight stop loss around this level and then a continuation. We'll see what happens. I'm going to add an alert down here actually because I don't like the zone above. I think it's overextended a little bit and it will need to come back down. I'll add an alert around this level coming back inside and finding support. T2, a very similar setup here, double bottom. Even did a higher low here before doing a higher high and restructuring around these levels. 1, 2, 3. We had a nice bounce here as well today. It would have been nicer to come back down and then do something like that to give us a nice tight price action here. I'll add an alert here as well, similar to Autodesk, where I watch for the stock to come back down and then give us another opportunity for the entry. This is moved quite well. I've had some VWAPs here that I've been monitoring for some reason. Maybe we can move the VWAP here as well. And it's looking like it's breaking a key zone. I will say this, I think moved a bit too quickly. Today would have been a nice day to buy on this bounce here. So yeah, it could be already gone, the booth. But again, we will set up an alert here with the idea of if this comes back down, gives us another opportunity around this level right here, 90.1. Yeah, around 90. FISV, just flicking through here, a few other opportunities. This one looks quite nice actually. I really like the consolidation on these ones. These kind of setups are my favorites, like this breakout that we had today. I would look for the breakout above the weekly high last week. Maybe the breakout above today's high as well. That could be a quite nice area to trade here. Let's look at this zone as well. Yeah, it was quite nice. I would have to look at the stock as well. I would have to see why it's selling off here, not just earnings, but maybe there's something, an underlying issue here for the business. We had positive earnings, well, fairly positive, I guess, with the 10th of Feb reports. Now, just monitoring some of these ones. Okay. I would have to flick through these and do my due diligence before I enter anyway. As always, the technical side looks really nice. And again, I think it's got a nice risk reward ratio as well, potentially with a tight stop loss if we can get the momentum. And then if we break around this level, it's 1 to 3. So yeah, it's a nice setup, this one. GPN, let's have a look at GPN. Just wanted to quickly check something else here. The global payments. Yeah, I mean, we can monitor it. We can add an alert here. If it moves back up, then we can look at a potential buy on this as well. Okay, let's have a look. VRSN, again, very similar to Autodesk and T2. Just moved a bit too much, and I think it will most likely find resistance around this zone here. Okay, so I will wait. I'm going to wait for this to potentially dip down again. It might not. It's not the end of the world. There'll be another opportunity that'll come along. Rivian looks quite nice here. I'm liking Rivian. I think if it breaks up above this level, we get a nice risk reward ratio on this as well. Tight stop loss. We're looking potentially for a new high, maybe a 1 to 4, depending on where we enter. If we enter around this level, it'll be a 1 to 4. So Rivian is quite nice. I'm liking FISV, Rivian, for more. I guess they're more ready than the other ones, and they have all the criteria that I'm looking for. Just not maybe the final entry point criteria, where I'm waiting for momentum to reconfirm here as well. TransUnion, TRU, already moved, holding support here on these EMAs, and I think for me, it's already gone, so I won't even look at it. Okay, HubSpot looks quite nice. I would have loved to have bought this one around this level. Obviously, popped on my radar just today, and yeah, it looks quite nice. If it comes back down, I would monitor it, and then I'd also look at the high here just in case there's a potential for momentum. Very similar to some other plays like MSTR, for example, Microsoft. As you can see, Microsoft here bottomed out. Software stock as well. Software stocks, I think, are due a mean reversion. I've spoken about this in my community for a number of weeks now, and we're monitoring that as an option. Microsoft is an option. HubSpot also a very nice option here to trade for us and a good opportunity. And we've had already a break of this area, broken, come back down, tested key EMAs. So we have a short time frame or lower time frame consolidation, and then a breakout above, potentially for this move to these levels here. Nice tight stop loss as well. Just have to monitor whether this comes back down or not. But HubSpot looks quite nice. Chewy Insurance Company, not ready. I would look on the move higher. I think it popped on my radar because of the wick that we developed. Arrow Pharmaceuticals, I will look at this one around this level. Set up quite nice. I think healthcare and biotech can do a surprise continuation quite soon. I've spoken about that. Next one here, Manhattan Associates. Looks nice. I mean, we'll see how it develops around this area. An alert will be added here just to monitor the two zones I will be looking for. PCRO, again, very similar to some other plays. I think this will probably be a software play as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, software stock. By the structure, I can kind of tell most software stocks are moving in this way, where they have a double test here or maybe a triple with a head and shoulder pattern forming. So yeah, it's been quite nice. Let's have a look. I'll just add an alert anyway, and just in case. Dropbox, another software company, cloud, broke out this level. Nice. If it dips back down, then it'll be a very, very good opportunity. Only if we get that dip, of course. I think I don't want to be chasing anything in the markets right now. And I would have liked, a dip and a stop loss around these levels. INGM plug was on my radar since early morning. And it's moved quite well. I am monitoring this one. I didn't enter. I thought maybe it would fail here, but it's moved quite well. We had a gain of around 16% today. Again, and with the market conditions, I didn't want to rush in. So plug is on my radar and it's being watched. Car Gurus, we have alarm.com, another software company probably. And we have this area. The problem I have with software is that it will be a mean reversion, and mean reversions usually don't last very long, as you can see here with tech software. IGV found support 3 times, and they're trying to move up higher here. And we could be trading a few of these for that 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. We'll see, but it's something that I'm a bit cautious about. Maybe to these levels of 94 on the ETF could be a good opportunity, and some of those stocks are setting up for us. Zimworks, not my type of play. This isn't my type of play. I think Task Force could be software. Let's have a look at this one. I'll add an alert and then I'll monitor it later to kind of see what's there. Task, this looks quite nice, but I just don't like the price action. The way it moves usually doesn't move clean, so that's not really my type of play. Yeah, SDGR looks quite nice. Can I add an alert here? 2 alerts actually. I'm gonna add just to see. Yeah, SDGR looks nice. And then we have some Korean stocks, MNC Solutions. I can't really trade these because of the time difference, and usually the market opens around early morning UK time, so like 2-3 a.m. Kind of doesn't work for me. Just taking through the rest. I think there aren't going to be much left here. PS PaySafe. I think this is nice. Just because it's broken out. Again, the retest will be the key here that I'll be looking for. So retest around this zone would be nice. And then we would look at it. Okay, SRT, CCIX, IMRX. Okay, healthcare. I'm going to add an alert here. I think healthcare can do quite well. I think it's XLV healthcare consolidated for a while, and it's kind of trending upwards, even though it's been a very, very bad market, still trending upwards. So it hasn't been too bad here with the sector. Hospitality. Let's have a look at this one anyway. I would have to look into the stock and see whether it makes sense, if the company is any good and it has growth potential. From a technical point of view, it does look decent here, and it is kind of setting up quite nicely around this. So, I mean, we could add it, maybe lower the levels around this area. Final 3 or 4 stocks. Audio Codes, Korean. Yeah, another Korean probably. This has already moved too much. Let's flick through some more, and I think we're done here for the day. I think we've seen some decent ones, and I'll be sharing maybe the top ones in the community, and we'll see how it goes. I'll share them as ideas if again, because I'll have to do a bit more due diligence and screen them for a little bit more. Some of my other factors. But yeah, I'll be sharing some of the top ideas. Right. So that's it from me on the daily screener or the screener today. I just thought I'd do a live since I'm going to be sitting down and doing the screen anyway. FISV was quite nice, and we had some of these other plays here like HubSpot and a few others like Dropbox that were quite nice. Again, I would have to do a bit more due diligence and be able to screen a little bit more in depth when I do share them in my watch list in the community, and then also as a top idea as well. I do a bit more work on these, but yeah, FISV to me looks very, very good. Take care, guys. Subscribe and see you next time.